Is a will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.
Big Sky Breakdown on the Skyline Sports MT YouTube channel. We're coming to you late on Halloween evening. Efton Chism joining us here on Skyline Sports. Thanks for being here, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Happy Halloween. Hopefully you had a good one with the kids and all that. Sound like it was good, but I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. So first of all, Efton Chism III. So I got to ask you, where does your namesake come from? It's cool to have sort of multiple generations of lineage.
Oh yeah. So it actually the first Efton came from like my great, not sure what great grandparents, but they had a middleman, and they really enjoyed him. They really liked him, and so his name was Efton. And then so there's another Efton out there, and then in my family actually. So I technically should be like a fourth, but he had a different middle name.
Oh, funny.
So that was my great grandpa's or great grandpa's son, or I'm not really sure how it worked, but it worked. It started like that with the mailman, and then they named their son Efton, and then kind of went from there.
I love it. So do you have any idea the origin of that name, or like what's the origin of your heritage?
I really don't know as much as I probably should. I know there's a little bit of a little bit of German, a little bit of
Okay, yeah.
everything, but I really need to like actually dive into it and really understand it because it is pretty cool, and I get asked about it quite often, but I don't know too much about it.
No, for sure. You should do a little research project because I think you'll learn a lot, man. I did this with our family, and it's like you realize, holy cow, here's all the places that we came from, and it's cool
Exactly.
to just think about like who came before you.
For sure.
Well, speaking of who came before you, I know that last time we talked, you were talking about just sort of extending your legacy there at Eastern Washington and all the guys that had come before you. And now here you are, over 300 catches, only the second guy in Eastern Washington history to do that. So just tell me about that. What's that mean to you to reach that mark?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely it's a huge blessing, huge honor. And I don't take it lightly at all because when you look at that, it's one person above me and everyone knows who it is, and it's arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. And he's a legend here. One of the best Eastern Washington players ever, one of the best FCS players ever. So in Cooper Kupp himself, and it really is an honor and a blessing. I really look up to him. I'm very blessed just to be in the same conversation.
Yeah, it's funny. This is our 10th anniversary of Skyline Sports. So we've been doing top 10, top 15 countdowns of best teams, players, etc. We just did our top 10 offensive players of all time in the Big Sky. And it was like, it's the most anticlimactic countdown, like 10 through 2. Oh, who's it going to be? Number one. Like everybody knows who it's going to be, right? Like when I was posting the podcast and the video, I was like, well, I should use a picture of somebody besides Cooper Cup because everybody already knows who number one is. But just having that guy as a part of your university, though, how much does that sort of inspire you and drive you?
I mean, it's huge, especially being in the same position group or in the same room. Like he was doing the exact same things that we were doing. So it kind of gives you a little bit extra motivation, a little bit of belief. Like, man, if he can do it, I can do it. And if Kendrick Bourne can do it, I can do it. If Nasimba Webster can do it, I can do it. All three active NFL receivers in the NFL today. So it's cool because there's always those hopes and dreams about playing in the NFL, and then you have three guys that are doing it right now, and it really drives me to be like them, and I really look up to those guys.
It really is crazy, though. We were like putting his statistics in perspective. I mean, Cooper, that is.
Yeah,
Think about how many catches you have. He has like 125 more catches than you. You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
know
Like
it's crazy. He's got what, like 420, right? 428 or something.
428 catches exactly. You nailed it.
And
Like
the craziest
twice,
thing, the craziest thing we think about too is that he redshirted, and then his next year I think it was 93 catches.
man.
So imagine like being a redshirt freshman and catching 93 catches is insane to me.
I mean, he scored 21 touchdowns as a freshman, man.
Yeah, like that's crazy. I don't think people realize like
Yeah.
how good he really was.
No, it's crazy, man. It's unreal, right? And we had Kendrick Bourne on our top 10 too. because he had like 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons with being the number 2. He'd be the number 1 any team in the country all day long. Yeah, no, it's amazing to think of just that wide receiver legacy there at Eastern Washington. When it comes to just yourself, what's kept you in it? What's kept you motivated here at Eastern Washington?
I think it's that exact reason. Like, those guys have a legacy here, and I'm trying to uphold that standard that they left when they left, and then just the Eastern logo. I feel like it would be disrespectful not to put my all into it and to give it everything I have, because Eastern Washington has given me everything. So for me, just to not go out there every single day, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter the weather, no matter what's going on, I just don't feel would be the right thing to do. So I just kind of keep working my butt off, and then kind of just have the results go as they go.
These last couple of weeks, you guys have had like this gauntlet of this Big Sky schedule, right? I mean, we knew it. We talked about it in the preseason. You're going to play like basically the 5 best Big Sky teams in a row. You guys have kept fighting. So what have you just thought of your guys' ability to hang in there?
I mean, you definitely want to win some more games, and we definitely want to win some of those close ones, because at the end of the day, we could be in a totally different position right now. But it's been awesome. It's been a great test for us. It really tests you mentally as the record doesn't go to show the way you want it to. Just to see how those guys respond each and every week, and I feel like we've been doing a great job of just attacking whatever we have and whoever we're playing each and every week. Just trying to keep the guys ready to go each and every week.
Eastern has also had a great lineage of wide receiver coaches. I got to know Junior Adams really well, and just the story of how they got Kupp and that whole deal was interesting for sure. Late bloomer, Yakima, Washington, all these things. But since then, though, there has been multiple great wide receiver coaches. I don't know much about Coach McDaniels. I haven't talked to him yet, but great resume, coaching the SEC, all that. So just tell us about him and his influence on your career.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He's helped me out tremendously. He's really pushed me as a football player and as a human. It's not, man, go out and just play. Like, he's really teaching me in the offseason about different coverages, different defenses, what I'm going to see at the next level. So we're putting in a bunch of stuff to just try to move me around and really get me prepared for that next level, while he's also coaching everyone in the room at the same level, same intensity. He really cares about all of us, and one of my favorite coaches of all time, and I'm very blessed and very thankful to have him as a coach. And I just can't wait to see the future. You know how college coaching is; it escalates fastly and just keeps going. So I'm excited to see where he goes and how long. Hopefully, he stays here for a couple more years with the guys he's recruiting now. So I love the guy, and he's a great receiver coach.
How about you, just on a personal level? First of all, tell us about Monroe, Washington. What's that place like, and how did that sort of influence you into who you are now?
Oh yeah, I mean, kind of Monroe's kind of like my why. That's the biggest motivation factor I kind of got for myself, is because small town. I love going back home. I love all those people there. They all believe in me. They're always texting me, man, good luck, do this, do that, and when I come home, it's kind of always love. So I love that place, and hopefully one day can end up back there, giving back to those guys and the community there. Because like I said, without Monroe, I don't think I'd be the person I am today, because just the little things I had to go through high school, middle school, all of it kind of just built me to where I am today.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Big Sky Breakdown, proudly presented by the Bobcat Collective at Montana State. The Bobcat Collective is the NIL collective that serves Montana State University student-athletes. The collective has partnered with Montana State to connect fans, alumni, businesses, and local nonprofits with Montana State student-athletes. Opportunities through the collective allow student-athletes to earn compensation while serving the greater Montana State University community. Sign up now for memberships and enjoy automatic entry into raffles for free tickets while supporting the bright minds at Montana State. They have multiple multiple different membership tiers, and you can also be a one-time supporter, and you can also business partner or corporate supporter. Visit bobcatcollective.com for more. I lived in Washington for 3 years, Ellensburg mostly, but I always say Montana is like all these small towns, but they're forever apart.
Oh yeah.
Washington is all these small towns, but they're kind of close to each other, right?
Oh yeah.
There's like a highway of 20,000 person towns like every 50 miles. So that's kind of like Monroe, right?
Yeah, for sure. We have like, I mean, Monroe's like a small town, but like you said, you can drive 20 minutes and there's another small town, and then another 20 minutes there's another small town. So
Right.
it is pretty interesting that we consider all these towns around us small. Like, why? I feel like, I mean, pretty soon there'll be buildings everywhere and there'll be a huge big city, but
So how far is Monroe from Seattle? Like 45 minutes, an hour?
45 minutes an hour. I'd probably
Okay.
say closer to an hour.
Okay. So are you a Seahawks guy then?
I am a Seahawks guy, but I'm honestly a big Bears fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Growing up, my dad was a Seahawks fan, and I didn't want to root as the same team as him. So one of my dad's best friends had a Walter Payton jersey framed in his house.
Hilarious.
And I remember going over there and seeing it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Bears fan. So I've stuck with that pretty much my whole life. I still root for the Seahawks. It's not like I'm against them or none. So but I'm definitely a Bears fan.
Man, that's awesome. So what do you think of Caleb Williams?
I like him. He's young. Got to figure it out a little bit.
He does. He's figured it out better than a lot of young quarterbacks.
For sure. I agree. He's picked it up quicker than most rookie quarterbacks have. So, just keep playing hard, I guess. I really like their defense. I like the receivers. Big Roma Dun. I love Roma Dunze. And then obviously you got the DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. But no, they got a good squad. They just got to put it together.
Washington, University of Washington has had such great receivers over the years too. So have you always followed the Huskies too?
Oh yeah, and I think partial credit goes to Junior Adams there, because he was there too recruiting those guys, and he's a legend receiver coach if you ask me.
No doubt, man. I've been following Junebug ever since when he scored that touchdown. This is when I was like 16 years old, but he scored that touchdown against Montana to end Montana State's losing streak to the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, that was 2002, and he's been on the radar ever since then. So, no, he definitely has had a huge influence on the Big Sky Conference. How about this matchup this weekend? Then you got the number 2 team in the country coming to town. So, what do you think of the Bobcats?
Yeah, they're a great team. They know how to run the ball. Their defense is aggressive. They tackle well. A lot of veterans, a lot of older guys that have played college football before. They're the number 2 team in the country for a reason. Like let's just call it how it is. And so they're a good team. We know we got to come out fast, come out ready to go from the jump, because if we don't, then they're just gonna kind of keep running. It's gonna be hard to kind of get back into that game. So really come out fast and try to get up or get up early.
I mean, that's the key, right? Because you know exactly what they're gonna try to do when they have the ball.
Yeah, just run it. Tommy Malott take over, and then the running backs, they got 3 really good ones, and a bunch of good receivers. So they're a good team. I'm excited to be a good matchup for us, and just like I said, start fast for us.
As somebody that's been a starter in the league for a long time, what's your perspective on Tommy Malott? Because he's kind of been like the guy, the centerpiece for Montana State for a long time.
I mean, I think he's a good quarterback. He does exactly what they want him to do, and exactly how he's supposed to do it. I think even last year when they had Sean Chambers, it was a perfect 1-2 punch. But now they got the good running backs with them too, with Humphrey, and then Adam, the freshman that's really been taking off this year. So kind of he's the perfect match for their offense. I think he does a great job, and he's really explosive when he has the ball. And I think he can throw better than people think. So don't let him. I mean, we saw it last year against us. He threw against us last year. So just really trying to give him. I think he deserves a lot of credit. So that is that.
When it comes to just the stretch run of your guys' season, what's out in front of you? What do you hope to accomplish?
I mean, I think every week we're trying to win no matter what. I think even though it's Montana State and they're the second-ranked team in the country, for us, if we win, it feels a lot better for us being 3 and whatever than 2 and whatever. But just keep winning games. Don't quit. That's big for me. If I think someone's quitting halfway through it, why'd you get started in the first place? So just kind of keep going after trying to win as many games as we can.
Last thing for you, then, just on a personal note, what has all this taught you? What have you learned from this whole experience of going through all this in the Big Sky Conference at Eastern Washington?
Yeah. You're going to go through ups and downs. You know, I've been through the highest of the highs at Eastern Washington with Eric Berrier, and I thought one of 2021, we were a great team, and then to the lowest of lows, not winning very many games here, and it's just kind of helped me learn how to be like a true leader, balancing it through the ups and downs, and just understanding that, man, sometimes you're going to go through a patch where it's not green grass, and what are you going to do and how are you going to battle through that? So, it's definitely helped me become a better leader, a better captain, and then a better human, because I know this is going to pay off down the road. I don't know when it's going to pay off, but I know it's going to help me pay off sometime.
No doubt, man. Great message there and great learning lessons. Thanks for being here, man. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.